I'm Changiz Geula, Professor of Neuroscience at Northwestern University, and as the co-convener of the 5th International Conference on Alzheimer's Disease and Related Disorders in the Middle East, I send you a heartfelt invitation to attend this conference, which will be held in Limassol, Cyprus on May 15th through 17th, 2009.
And I'm Marwan, Sabbagh, MD, neurologist, and Director of Clinical Research at Sun Health Research Institute in Sun City, Arizona. I, too, would like to welcome all of you to the 5th International Conference on Alzheimer's Disease and Related Disorders in the Middle East. I believe it will be an exciting discourse and dialogue that will advance the field for many and all who attend.
Why this conference? As you're well aware, Alzheimer's disease and related disorders are a significant individual and social problem that needs to be addressed, and there are many aspects of this disorder, both Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative disorders, that need to be discussed, and this conference addresses all aspects of these disorders.
This conference capitalizes on previous conferences done which established dialogue and allowed people to understand what are the accesses to care and limitations to access of care within the Middle East and by country by country. Additionally, there has been new dialogue created which would not have otherwise occurred across the Middle East, which has created a community of scientists and clinicians that are advancing the care of people with Alzheimer's disease.
Therefore, the benefits of this conference, while of great value to the Middle East, really extend beyond the region to the scientific and medical community and allow the fostering of networks among scientists in this region and those in other parts of the world. The aims of the conference are varied, and they include focusing attention on dementia and neurodegenerative disorders of the aged in the Middle East, to raise scientific, medical, and social awareness of these disorders in this region.
They are to enhance communication amongst medical and scientific workers within the region, and to foster collaboration between healthcare workers and researchers in the Middle East with their counterparts in the U.S., Europe, and other parts of the world.
It is important to emphasize that this conference is not only for those who are of the Middle Eastern nationality or background. It is for all scientists, and the topics that are chosen for inclusion reflect this general interest. Topics include molecular, anatomical, and chemical basis of the disease, genetics of the disease,
diagnosis and clinical features, treatment of dementia, care, and public policy.
And the poster sessions for this year's conference have been expanded, and we hope that many will choose to submit posters, and they can do so at the conference website. Why attend these conferences? Those who are interested in basic science will find nearly all topics related to the pathogenesis of Alzheimer's disease covered. These include anatomical basis of the disease, pathophysiology of the disease, biochemical findings, genetic findings, and other topics that relate to the basic science aspects of Alzheimer's disease and related disorders.
The clinical perspectives are broad and comprehensive in scope. They include discussions on the treatment of dementia, particularly as it relates to current and emerging treatments of dementia. They include discussions on the current and emerging diagnostic biomarkers as it relates to Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. They relate to understanding the diagnosis and clinical features of Alzheimer's and dementia, and they relate to caregiving and public policy. The caregiving and public policy actually has allowed individual countries to demonstrate what are the strengths and weaknesses of care delivery within those countries, and allows investigators, clinicians, and caregiving organizations to learn what has been successful in other countries and in order to facilitate the infrastructure development of caregiving in individual nations.
The past 4 conferences has seen attendance by a variety of participants.
These include clinical physicians of all disciplines. To be very clear, that this conference is not limited to just neurologists and psychiatrists, but it involves clinical physicians and healthcare extenders, including family medicine, internal medicine, specialty beyond neurology and psychiatry, anybody who is involved in the care of patients with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia.
Scientists of all backgrounds have found these conferences very useful, and we usually have attendance by a variety of scientists, both students, postdoctoral fellows, and established scientists of many disciplines. We send, in particular, an invitation to young scientists and young clinicians to attend this conference, and we encourage them to consider this conference as it will be of special benefit to them. In short, we would like to again extend a special invitation to all of you to attend the 5th International Conference on Alzheimer's disease and related disorders in the Middle East, which will be held in Limassol, Cyprus, May 15th through 17th, 2009, and we hope to be able to welcome many of you at this conference.
For more information about the conference, go to the website www.worldeventsforum.com/ALZ. At that website, you can also register for the conference. You can submit abstracts for the conference. And if you are interested in displaying and promoting the conference, you can convene with the secretariat at that website, who can arrange discussions on your display.